What's up, y'all? So I'm finally back with a video after so long. I'm so sorry. um and I'm making this video today. I've been getting a lot of comments on my day in the life of a mail lady video, so I decided that I was going to basically make a video and just answer all of you guys' questions. So stay tuned. Okay, y'all, so let's get into it. I actually had to write down some of you guys' questions on my day in the life of a mail lady video because I am recording on my phone. So as you know, I did a video probably like 6 months ago. While I was at work, I had time and I decided I was going to do a video of my daily life, of me going to work. That's what I do. I work. I have a job. I'm trying to dibble and dabble in some other business, business ideas right now and things like that. But I work. I have a job. I'm a mail lady. Um, I'm 26 and I've been delivering mail for 3 years. For post office terminology, I just became a regular carrier in March. So I have my own route. I had to move stations, things like that, for people that may know a little bit of post office terminology. So, yeah, I was basically explaining to you guys that it's not an easy job. It's a very hard job. Especially when you first start out. You start out as a city carrier assistant. That's what they hire you as. And then you work about 2.5 years and then you get converted to a regular carrier, which means you have your own route. You do not work Sundays and you do not work holidays unless you volunteer. Um, Obviously, there's other, positions in the post office for whoever, is applying, whether you are a clerk, I think it's called a PSC, a PSE, whatever. I'm not a clerk. I don't work inside. I'm not really too familiar with the inside, positions. I'm outside. So I know the things, you know, delivering wise. I don't really work inside. Um, but for those that do not want to work outside in this 100-degree Florida weather or wherever you guys may live at, you definitely could apply inside. Definitely be a clerk. Definitely be a supervisor. Don't get me wrong. I've heard a lot of crazy things about supervising. Again, I don't know because I'm not a supervisor. So it's a lot of crazy things that I've heard. As far as being supervisors, they have to deal with a lot. They're on the front line. They're giving the orders. They're giving demands on what needs to be done. And you have people who have been on their route for 20 years, 25 years, and they're not really, you're not gonna really tell me how to carry my mail, how to carry my route, and things as such. So, it's just I've been there for 3 years. So I've talked to plenty of supervisors. Some like it, some don't. And the main thing I hear why some don't is because they have to deal with a lot of attitudes. This is a career. So you have people that they're going to say how they feel. This is not a regular job. They're going to say slick comments like, oh, you don't know what you're doing. Oh, I'm so sick of this place. Stuff like that. So yeah, basically I've been on my own route now since about April. Yes, April. Yes, the end of April-ish, I got on my own route. I had to go to a whole new station, and it was it was different. I didn't really know anybody there. I knew like 2 or 3 people because I never really gone to that station like that. The area was different for me. I didn't know any of the routes. And initially I was not on the overtime list. I was only strictly doing 8 hours. Now, you can be on the overtime list and you can work on your days off and you can work 10-hour days. I wasn't really doing that. As a CCA, anybody that is already in the post office a little bit, as a CCA, they work you Sundays, Mondays, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday. They might give you a day off. They might not. And I was just not feeling it. So I definitely wanted to get on the overtime list because I have a now 5-year-old son. And I have a life outside the post office. I want to go out. I want to hang out. I want to have some drinks with friends and things as such. I didn't really I didn't want them to be consuming my life no more. You know, I wanted to enjoy my time and things like that. So, you know, to be more in depth, because I've honestly was bombarded by comments and saw that you guys were so intrigued by, you know, the post office positions and things like that. When you become a regular carrier, you have the option if you want to do overtime or not. You cannot do overtime. You can do 8 hours and you could go home and go about your business. That's it. But as a CCA, as a city carrier assistant, when you first get hired, you're working 10-hour days. Like I stated before, they may give you a day off, they may not. You're definitely working on Sundays, probably 8 to 10 hour days on a Sunday. Sundays is strictly Amazon, or we'll just say packages. It used to be Amazon. Now they're adding other stuff to it, like FedEx and Walmart's and just a whole bunch of crazy shenanigans. But basically, Sundays is strictly packages. Sorry, I'm talking with my hands, guys. But we're gonna get to the questions. Other than that, it's a great job. It's a great job. It's really hard, don't get me wrong. It's really, really hard. Like I said before, you're outside in the sun. You have to make sure you're taking your energy pills, B12s, vitamin C's, all type of stuff, because you get home and you will just lay out. Like, you will be so tired and just drained from the sun. Trust me. Like, right, I live in Florida and it's hot. It's the beginning of the summertime, so it's hot, and it's no AC in the trucks, as I stated before, so it's very hot. So the first question I have is, do you still work there? I do. I definitely do. I've been off for a while with this whole COVID thing going on. It's really scary. I have a 5-year-old, like I stated, and I've had family members that have contracted it. So, you know, right now with my job, they're giving you time off for it. So I decided, you know, why not take it for a couple days, get my mind right, get myself together, make sure my son is okay, and things like that. The second question is, are MHAs allowed to wear fake nails? I'm not gonna lie to whoever asked this question. I do not know what an MHA is. I do not know. But the post office is not strict at all. You can wear just about anything. As long as your breasts are not out and your butt is not out, you can wear about anything. You can have any type of hair. You can have any length of lashes. You can have any color hair. You can have any length of nails, as long as that you know how to work and operate with them. Now the station that I'm at now, they're a little strict with the uniform. My old station wasn't really strict with the uniform, but you know, this one is a little bit different. So I'm just giving you guys and answering everything, because I didn't know that you guys cared this much about the post office. So the third question is, I just applied last week, and how is it driving? Okay. It's on the right side. It is the right side driving. As you know, delivering mail, it's right side. Very difficult to adjust to. They don't just throw you in the truck. Trust me, they're not just going to throw you in the truck. They are going to give you a driving class after you get hired. After you get hired, they're going to give you a driving class. After you get hired, they send you to a 2-day driving course, I believe, if I'm not mistaken. It's not a long course, so it's either you're gonna catch it or you're not. It's not that long. It's just basically like you kind of like getting your license. You know, you go through cones, you back up. They don't want you backing up because it's very hard to see. Okay, it's a truck, you know, so you can't really see behind you like that. So they don't really want you to back up. But you know, they do, you know, all type of a driving course. That's all I can explain. Like, it's a driving course. They're not going to throw you into the truck and expect you to learn. It's a driving course, and they're, you know, if you don't pass, I think what they told me is if you don't pass, they can send you to another driving course. Maybe it was the driving teacher and you made them like, they made you nervous and things like that. So if you don't pass with that person, they say they do allow you to go somewhere else and drive with somebody else. I did pretty good. Only thing I messed up was I did hit the curb, because like I said, it's just adjustment. Like, you know, we're not used to driving on the right side, so it's an adjustment. But they don't just throw you out there. They don't. The fourth question is, are you an RCA, and do they train you how to sort your packages in the truck? A RCA, I believe, is a rural carrier assistant. I'm not. I'm a regular. A rural carrier, for anybody that doesn't know, they work Sundays and holidays. I don't even think they touch mail. I think they do packages, but I could be totally wrong. I'm not sure. But yes, that's what's an RCA. It's a rural carrier assistant. I'm not. I'm a regular carrier. I have my own route. I work every day. Do they train you how to sort your packages in the truck? Yes. After you go through the academy, which is like a sit down kind of class course, and you do the driving, then they send you to whatever station you were hired at, and they basically train you with the trainer at that station. So you're with the trainer all day. So the trainer, you know, I can't really say what all the trainers do, because every postal station is different, to be honest. If you ever get hired and you see, you're gonna see every post office is different. My station, what they did was, with my trainer, I did like 2 hours or an hour of like a walking route to get used to it, and then I would help her on her route. So I would do little stuff on her route to kind of get familiarized. But personally, I believe that is not helpful at all. I don't think it's helpful at all, because I believe that somebody that just started there, everything is so new to you. You know, the packages, the certified mail, the letters, you know, the flats, you know, if you have circulars, all that is just new to you. So it's like it's a rush. So I feel like it would be easier for people to learn if your trainer just trained you all day. But you being under the pressure of trying to finish your own route and train somebody is it's like, I didn't think I was gonna be able to do the job. Like, that's how I can explain it. Like, me helping her with her route, I felt like I wasn't learning anything. And it was just because it was a lot of pressure to help her finish her route, but also still learn, you know. So it's like you're trying to go fast, but you're trying to learn at the same time. But you moving too fast, you always mess up. So it was like, I personally think that way of training is not the right way, and I think the post office should change that, because it's really hard. And then they throw these, you know, new people out by themselves once they've done the training, and a lot of them mess up. But I feel like that is the reason why, because they haven't had the actual breakdown. You know, it's just like everything is like this, like this, like this, like this when you're getting trained. And it's just so much to, you know, all I could think when I was getting trained was like, how the hell do you know this? How the hell do you remember this? Like, you know, like, what? I couldn't, it was just, but they definitely train you. They show you how to load your truck. They showed you, you know, the right way to load your truck. They show you, you know, things like that. But whenever you do get out on your own, you're going to do things that works for you. That is anybody. You know, me and my coworkers, we do things totally different. And that's because, you know, I do what's comfortable for me. And that's just that's just how that is. Everybody doesn't carry mail the same way. It's just like everybody doesn't cook the same way. You know what I'm saying? It's everybody, you're gonna do what is comfortable for you. So moving on to the next question is, do you think it's a good job for someone who just graduated high school? If you don't have any plans to go to college, yes, it's a great job. You have plans of doing other things, like trying to complete a degree, if you have plans on yeah, that's all I can say. If you want to try to plan a degree, I'm not going to say it's impossible. It's very hard. Because like I stated before, they can call you on your day off. They can have you out there working 10 and 12 hours a day. So by the time you come home, you might miss whatever night class you have. You might be too tired. You might fall asleep at the computer or the laptop of your online class or whatever the case may be. It is not impossible. It's hard. It's very hard. That's all I'm gonna say. It's not a bad job. It's a great job. It's so many things to do within the post office. It's a government job. It's a career. But like I said, if you're trying to complete a degree or something, it could be very, very difficult. And you might want to reconsider, because you might not have a day off for 2 weeks, and they can do that to you, but with the Postal Service, we do have a union. So there are some things that they can and cannot do as per the contract. So you would just really have to look into it. But we do have a union, and that's why it is a career, because it's not something where somebody doesn't like you and they could just fire you. We have a union, and there is the right and the wrong way as per the contract that they are supposed to do stuff. Okay, so my next question wasn't a question. It was really a comment to somebody that said, thank you for all that you do and everything like that. And I want to say thank you. I've tried to deliver stimulus checks and unemployment checks, on time. I try to deliver, birthday gifts and Father's Day gifts and things like that on time. So thank you for, thanking me and being thankful for me. I want to say thank you. I really try to take my job, seriously. After this whole pandemic, you realize people are waiting on these checks, and people are waiting on, on these packages and things like that. So I really try to, deliver accordingly as I can. So my last question was tips and feedback on the exam. The process, all in all, and applying at the post office was very long. I believe it took me a month and a half. My cousin works at the post office as well, and it took her longer than mine did. But the exam, like I said, I've been there for 3 years. They change things daily, so I'm just gonna say what I remember. It was a test I took at home. That one I really don't remember. The one that you go to the testing site for, you do not pay for. So anybody that has paid or is about to pay, that is a scam. They do not pay you. They do not charge you for the test. They do not charge you. You do not need to pay. It is a scam. Do not pay. It is a free test. Now, whether they do it at the testing site or at home now, I don't really know. Like I said, things could have changed, so I don't know that part. But the test, it's like a memory test. It is they want you to kind of remember numbers, because as you're delivering mail, you might have a 112, First Avenue, and then you might have a 121 First Avenue, and they just want to make sure that you're really careful, because that's how misdeliveries can happen when you are kind of mixing up the numbers, like dyslexia. I don't really want to, some people might have dyslexia, but it's they just want to make sure that you can read the numbers in a chronological order. You can remember numbers, you can remember addresses, in a way. It's not anything they want you to add or subtract or things like that. No. But if you want to, you can find somebody that works at the post office and just, you didn't hear that from me, but I've seen people do it. I have seen people do it. But all in all, guys, I just really wanted to answer your questions. If you have any more questions, definitely comment them down in the bottom. I really think I've answered everything. I hope I give you guys more knowledge. Again, it's a great job, especially around the holidays when they're hiring. So anybody wants to, or has been trying to apply, definitely try around the holidays. Another great tip I can give, just get your foot through the door. whether you can just get your foot in the door. It might not be what you want to do at the moment, but get your foot in the door and just, you know, move around. Talk to the management at your station and say, hey, you know, I kind of want to, you know, what do I need to do? And just get your foot in the door, and then you just move around and maneuver. It is a great job. It's a career. You know, people have been working there 35, you know, 40 years, over my life. I'm 26. So it's a great job. You know, it's really hard work. And you know, you deal with a lot of attitudes, even though you're might not be in management, but you deal with a lot of attitudes, you deal with a lot of different people. Especially any, you know, with this corona going on, be careful. You know, if anybody comes, you know, try to have your mask on. It's really hot out there, so I don't wear my mask all day because I'm by myself. I deliver mail by myself. But if somebody does come up to me, you know, I kind of, you know, you can talk from right there, or, you know, just give me an arm's length, not rudely. But, you know, it's a great job. So again, if you guys have anything else that you want to ask, you could definitely comment them down below. Don't forget to subscribe, like this video, and just wait for more videos to come. Thank you guys. Bye.